Hi, I'm Alissa. Welcome to another episode of Size 10 Chronicles. You know, I'm always talking about where I started when I started back in April 2008. It's August 2008 now. My son's in the tub, and so it's going to be a quick episode. So these are the pants that I used to wear when I first started, and I wore them today, and they don't seem like they're that loose, right? They have some room in them. But just as a point of reference, when I started, they were skin tight, like so tight that I couldn't wear them longer than 10 minutes. I could not sit down in them, and like they were so tight, they felt like, my dad has a swollen foot recently. He's wearing these compression socks. They felt like compression jeans. They were that tight. They used to like physically hurt me. So I wore them today with a belt, and I was all feeling weird because I'm like, you know, it's not like they're falling off of me. But today I took the belt off and was walking around my house, and they settled down, pulling them down to where they were. They settled down to here. So basically, my hips now, the top of my hip, is the same size that my waist used to be. So my waist used to be almost as big as my hip. And they are, although I have this butt, so they're not falling off yet, but they're down quite a bit, like this much. So I don't know how many inches that is, but it felt better when once I finally thought about what it meant to have and wore them without having a belt for keeping them up at my waist, that I have made some progress. So that's been fantastic. Welcome to another episode of Size 10 Chronicles. I'm Alissa, and you're with me to follow my progress as I move from a size 20 down to a size 10. These are 20s, and I just did a little episode about how they've moved from fitting my waist really tightly to fitting basically my hips down here. What did I want to talk to you about today? Today was interesting because I had to, my husband needed to go to work early, and my dad also lives with us, as you may or may not know, and he is dealing with radiation treatment and was in no shape to drive my son and me to the train, my son to school. So I didn't want to take the car because I knew my dad would need it later to go to the doctor, so I decided to stick my kid on the back of my bike in his, what do they call that? It's I guess a bike seat. Has like a name, funny name. But anyway, stick him on there and pedal over to his daycare in the next town over. There are a couple hills. I got my morning cardio in, which is good. And I was just grateful that I have the level of fitness that I have now to be able to do that without, you know, really straining myself. So that was really, really good. You know, I'm asking on another note about my dad. I actually was coming home early from work. I had to take a personal day today because my son's daycare called to say that he was throwing up at school. They would have kept him, but I decided to come home. And I called my dad, and I mentioned this. He has swelling in one of his legs, and when we were at the doctor yesterday, the doctor oncologist was saying he was concerned because he thought it might be a blood clot. Now he's had this swelling in his leg for 2 months, and these effing doctors are so dumb that none of them mentioned that this could be a blood clot. He went today for an ultrasound, and it's a fucking blood clot. Excuse my language. It's a blood clot for all you Jamaicans out there. So, luckily I was coming home anyway, so I took him to the hospital after I went and took my son to the doctor to find out he's got a stomach virus and just put him on bland food. So we dropped my dad, took my dad to the hospital, got him registered, and yeah, they're going to start him on blood thinners. So as usual, you know, I embrace my life as it is, but as usual, we've got it about up to here. I had a realization this morning about my eating. Like, I really have had stress and distraction and all kind of stuff up the ass lately, but it doesn't matter because I still have to focus on the things that are important to me, and getting into the size 10 is important to me. So I'm recommitted to eating as cleanly as I possibly can, keeping my fitness up, because the fitness and the eating clean gives me the energy to keep up with my life as it is, like cleaning up vomity sheets from my son for the last 2 nights. I don't know why the vomiting only happens at night. Why doesn't it happen in the daytime? Well, it happened today at the daytime when he was at school. Anyway, gives me enough energy to keep doing what I need to be doing. The exercise also keeps me energized and keeps me going, and keeps me on track towards what I'm trying to do. Anyway, make sure you visit the website, www.size10chronicles.com. Friend me on Facebook, Alissa Garden Hire Crooks on Facebook, or keep up with me on Twitter. Keep up with my tweets on Twitter, Lord, which is www.twitter.com, size10chronicle, no S. So you can keep up with me in all those ways, and, you know, reach out, Alissa, ALISSA, at size10chronicles.com. I'll see you next time. Bye.
You like it how I with my spine got you feeling all hypnotized. I got a body like a CO5, make it wanna test drive, but I'm so on fire. Flying in a pelican, find another chick better than I don't see her. Cause my swag is serious, something heavy like a first day period.